a few things to see what your uh, kind of approach is going to be. But these are your teachers on different days at your school. There are different math teachers who are subbing in because the old math teacher left the job. And so you've had a string of substitutes, each one more bizarre than the last. Do, 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 do.
I do like the idea that the school was like, we're going through so many substitutes in a row. What if we just ganged up and like sent like 4 teachers in there?
It's a very hard job. They keep losing people.
Yeah, and then they brought these 3 in. We're like, yeah, the fat baby, the stoner, the director,
Baby.
get them in here.
They wouldn't call him a fat baby to his face, okay?
I was gonna say not to his face.
And not to his face.
Sir, he is a small person. You need to show him respect. He's just trying to do his job.
I'm pretty sure he said he's only an hour old. That's a baby.
He looks older. Just look at his face. He's just a little chubby.
Your freshman is going to be Palazzo. Actually, you know what? Why don't one of you give me a 1d5 somebody else. I'll just that way I'll let you decide with your RNG. Your student council member for this lesson will be Kelly Crewcut. Give me another 1d5. Can't open your stunt, said you. Oh, geez, hold on. I have to assign you your sheets. Had to do that. No problem. One moment. Do. Yeah, you should all have ownership of your sheets. And then a 4. 4 is the troublemaker is Jodeci. Oh God.
Yes.
This is quite.
Man, we're going max chaos, max order.
Chaos.
Yeah, really.
And we'll drag out your survivors. It's weird that the Marisol token is the spooky skull face art, but then it just defaults back to your old one. It must be something from the prototype token setting.
Yeah,
need to like.
Is weird.
I need to set up some things, some text things. Also have to figure out why now this fun program decides that I want everything to have an outline around it.
It was doing that to me too. I think it just did that with the update because I tried to add some text to a map, and every time I added it, it kept adding the border.
Yeah.
Just on purpose, and I was like, "Stop! How do I make the default no?"
No by default. Story of my life.
Yeah, just the very faintest laugh in the background.
Yeah.
Before it cut was the chef's kiss.
I have to turn off voice activation so no one can hear my wife mocking me with her laughter and cackling and such.
Don't do it that often. Jeez.
How dare you laugh at his jokes he's actively making for you to laugh at.
Yeah. Stop it.
The poor boy.
Whatever the spawn is like perfect.
It's actually called Varsity, believe it or not.
Ah, okay, yeah.
It's just so there's student council and then your troublemaker.
Shit, look at our school. It's like it's like elevated.
Yes, I will give you the full rundown of the school here, obviously before we start.
I feel like usually it's just like one big flat mall-like building. Not like
It has infinite floors.
Oh, jeez.
Keep in mind that if this is Nia's, she's gotten mostly tutors, so she has no idea.
Oh no.
She doesn't understand what a real school is because she
She's
was
only
homeschooled.
seen it on TV, and TV is great.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna do all the tropes of a TV high school.
Yeah, that's why it's anime school.
That's anime school.
Oh, okay.
Where's the... Oh, boy.
So that explains the extremely purple aesthetic as well.
There you go. Your teacher section over here. The goal with this game is to get... Usually, how it's going to end up being balanced out is one of you has to learn a lesson, and the troublemaker is going to do the opposite of the lesson and probably try to get the freshman involved, or one of you.
Oh no, the freshman!
So if the lesson is about, like, you know, getting enough sleep or eating right, the troublemaker will trick the freshman into doing things and or torment you to make sure that you're not doing the right thing. You have the student council member there who will be trying to assist you, but usually in a far more severe way than is necessary.
Oh.
And you probably want the lesson to be somewhat related to math or whatever the subject is, but like it's not necessary. You can go, sometimes in some cases it may be even funnier to just go as far away as possible from like whatever the point is of the class to whatever it is that you decide your lesson for the day will be. Let me just, okay, do that, do this, hit him with the old razzle dazzle. There you go, the AV club over here. One thing to keep in mind, a new rule that is implemented specifically for this game, if the subject is math, you are allowed infinite invokes of that aspect of math. The only requirement is it has to be an educational thing about math. So if you need to do something that's important and you have like an educational thing about math that you want to throw in, I don't care what level of actual education it is, that is a free invoke for you. And likewise, the troublemaker or student council or even the freshman may also use that invoke. You can bring up whatever random piece, just any piece of knowledge you want to about math. It's not even something you need to know off the top of your head. You can bend over 50 times backwards to get it if you want. It'll be fine. I promise. I'm going to go AFK for just one moment. While I'm gone, free to talk about what you want what's the moral lesson or whatever, the the special lesson in like a show about high school that you think should be learned. And then we'll get back, we'll get into the proper introduction of what's going on here and why you guys are even here to begin with. So just give me one moment.
That is very sitcom. Okay. I guess.
I mean, the lesson has got to be that like math is cool or something, right? Or
No, it's gonna be like cheesier than that. That is pretty cheesy.
what's
actually.
cheesier than just being like, "Hey kids, math is cool."
Well, you know,
I'm trying to like hard sell on it.
like just the stay off drugs message or teen pregnancy, like those types of messages.
So something we gotta help our troublemaker with. So if we go math is cool, Jodeci is gonna be like, no it's not. And then Nia's gonna be like, yeah, no it's not. Let's go! Wait!
Nia!
Okay, I'm back. Did you guys decide?
Math is cool.
Math is cool?
That's gonna be
No,
the moral.
don't.
No, we're probably gonna pick something else.
In other words, we didn't decide yet.
Oh, I see. If you need help, I can use another random picker for moral lesson random generator.
Hell yeah, just do that.
Is there a Saved by the Bell moral
I was gonna say,
generator?
yeah,
you
there's
think?
got to be a sitcom plot generator of like, learning a lesson and things like that. Like,
Bullies get bullied at home.
oh, that's garbage.
Doing pranks. Get yourself in a
God.
prank.
I'm trying to think of something that would just be so ridiculous for Jodeci to have the like opposite opinion of.
It could be literally anything.
The
Let's-
importance of friends.
The importance of friends.
Yeah, that's so. I was just looking up, like, what does Saved by the Bell teach you? Oh, hey, Claudia.
No, hey, yeah. We hadn't started yet, and I haven't given the full breakdown of like the setup here. But if you're down, I got you set up there with your character sheet.
Yeah, high school time.
These guys are trying to decide what the moral lesson will be for today's small episode.
You
The
don't
le-
have to be perfect.
You don't have to be perfect.
Yeah, like a teachers are people too kind of thing, right?
Oof. I mean, that is good for Jodeci.
It is.
So the setup for this, to catch you up, Simone, is the way it's set up is there is a teacher, there is a freshman, there is a student council member, and there is a troublemaker. These are all from like pools. Right now, the pools aren't too big because it's just a little side game, and I just did this, but they are all kind of also centered around a moral lesson. Well, this is also going to be weird in relation to math. Honestly, is that, you can't be, you don't have to be perfect for math. Is a little funny, I guess, but especially because one of your teachers is kind of stonery.
Oh no. Yeah, that's true. We do kind of need to be perfect for math, though.
You do, which is funny. So there's approximates. There's even a symbol for the tilde is a symbol for approximates. It's like rounded.
Oh, hey, someone roll me a 1d3. We'll find out why later. 3. Okay. Oof. Look, there he is. I just
Oh, there he is.
forgot I had that there. This guy's all tucking. Nice. Get out of here.
Wonder what that was about.
All right.
I guess we'll find out.
You will find out.
Wait,
So
is he the guest character that comes in and gets like a 30-second like cheering and clapping applause?
Yeah.
Machine Head and his catchphrase 1001001001010.
Yes. 3 more pages of that.
Yeah. It's during while everybody's clapping and cheering.
And all the way to the credits, he's in the background still.
Oh no.
The last credit scrolls up, he's still talking, it just cuts out.
I was gonna say it's that, or since his original programming was a video game AI for like a number counter, it's just him like it's whatever the game catchphrase was.
His original AI was just a little robot, like a labor robot for picking stuff up and putting it down. He was a little labor bot.
Oh, I thought he was the like that numbers game, or was that like something else?
I think it was something else. He was like a little labor bot. He might have had a numbers game thing.
Well, I was gonna say because that's why he used the little balls in the background world because they only did 1 damage, but but they accelerated how fast you could do a math problem because it was
He
like a
could
math
do
game,
infinite
and because he
math
could do infinite
problems.
calculations, yeah, he could throw infinite balls infinitely fast.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like a combination of like those things. He started out as like a small labor bot, but he might have had like math things as well, like implanted into him once
Just
he
realize
gained
what
sentience.
that actually is. That's just an NFT. You made
Yeah,
you made the Amazon bots do NFT work.
yeah, it seems like something ELO would do.
I mean,
YOLO,
Thanks,
no.
I
not
hate.
wrong.
Don't worry, guys. It's the moon. It's everything's deregulated up here.
All right,
Too deregulated.
let's get to the explanation. I have explanation music. Let's see. Mm, eh, yeah, I got something. Here we go. You all are students at Capital City High School, the most prestigious of the most prestigious of the most elite schools on the moon, in a city unknown. Though you could just call it Suffragette if you wanted. In the nation of Artemis, in year unknown. Is it really that important? You are members of an elite group of students, actually. Among the elite, you're part of the elite as well. But not for reasons that you would suspect. You took a test before you were assigned to this school called the FATE test, or the Future Assessment Test and Evaluation. This FATE exam basically put you in a special class that is supposedly destined for great things. If you succeed at Capital City, you will move on to be among some of the most elite of the elite of the elite of the elite on the moon or in the world, among the highest category of students kind of ever in the history of academia. Yes, the most elite. At this school, there is competition among students that have passed and are deemed to be approved by fate. And not every student approved by the fate system is a good guy. For you guys, the AV Club, audiovisual, you're sort of a ragtag group that maybe come from either rich schools or kind of lower income or anywhere in between, who just happen to score a surprise coup and be deemed capable of going to this particular school. And like you, there are also those who are deemed to be troublemakers. Those are the students that were accepted by the fate system, but are delinquents or otherwise considered to be malcontents or misfits. At the very, very top of the hierarchy is the student council, those approved by the fate system and who also keep other students in line here at Capital City. The I had like a silly name for them. I think it was Elite Learning Organization, I think is what I came up with. The ELO, as they are sometimes called. The best of the best of the best, or so they like to say. Led by top student Jeff Lynn. Yes, that's a thing we'll cover as well. You have been going to this school likely for at least a year, so you're all familiar with one another, and you're familiar with kind of the general students that go to this school. They're not exactly new to you. What may be new to some of you as players is that your relationships with them aren't exactly the same as they would be outside of this game. because you're in something your characters don't really understand. The minds of the egregori are currently being, we'll say, shuffled or blurred. And that includes relationships, and even sometimes identities can be blurred. For example, in this setting, Miss B and Germanata are bestie best friends. Like they're pretty much peas in a pod. And they both run with a group of non-fate students called, well, they call themselves a little mafia. They aren't the mean girls. They're kind of just they're kind of like bad criminal girls, but not really too well. They're troublemakers. They're in the troublemaker
delinquent
category.
girls.
They're
Like
delinquent
the
girls.
Okay.
like the Sukaban or whatever they're
I was gonna
called.
say, oh no,
Yeah, a
they're
little.
the Sukabans.
Yeah, they I have to give German honor her old token because she's not a flat out meta vampire. There we go.
I mean, not yet.
Not yet. Maybe if she fails the test and freaks out, she'll turn into a meta vampire.
No! She'll turn
Just
into
become a meaner emo kid.
a full goth.
She becomes the mean girl after she fails the test. Now it's
Exactly.
everybody else's problem.
Your principal is Carolina. She is the school principal. An elite woman in her own right. Someone who has a boatload of credentials, successfully running schools and helping to assist in the development of young minds everywhere. A mother, an educator, and a wonderful administrator who fully backs the actions of the student council.
Oh, so,
When
so it is just like an anime where the student council has more impact than.
oh yeah. Oh, trust me.
Yeah.
Of course. They're
There's
running this school.
there's even
course.
more to it than that. Actually, because there is also you have heard rumors, but maybe have not ever met or don't know that there is a shadow council. The shadow council runs a sub school in the basement known as Midnight City Academy. Nobody goes down there and nobody knows really what goes on there. You just know that that's where some of the worst students at Capital City go to. And nobody from the Fate system ends up going down there either. So you guys are all safe, but the secret underground basement school, you only know that it's scary, and sometimes kids talk about their friends disappearing down there. So, just kind of avoid the basement whenever you can. It won't be a problem. Or it might be a problem. You gonna make it a problem?
Uh,
I didn't think so. Better
no.
not.
No problem.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think there's only one of us.
Okay.
True.
So as you guys are getting ready to go to school for that day, kind of by the entrance, briefly, you know that there's going to be some important math lessons coming up, and there has been difficulty with keeping any teacher in that position. They've gone through a field of substitute teachers for that role. And you have heard rumor that there is now a cycling cast of 3 different substitute teachers that may be taking on the role at any given day. They just can't seem to find someone to do the job. You two, as you are walking into school, you hear somebody kind of run over and stop you, trying to get your attention. Journalist and fellow Fate system, I don't know what you want to call it. Not graduate, but member, reporter Jason Valley, the news hound of Capital City High, is trying to get your attention. Your relationship to him is that you guys have been friends for a while, possibly going back to childhood. Yeah, he's way too tall and chiseled, I guess. but there's
Just immediately handsome.
immediately handsome. He is a member of the Troublemakers. You know that. You know that he has a very strong rivalry with the leader of the student council, and that he's been investigating all sorts of different goings on to Capital City. Probably threatened with expulsion once or twice because of his deep investigative journalism, which sometimes covers things that are like worrying, or like hey, is the child of this war criminal attending Capital City High? Who could it be?
Oh dear.
He does a
I'm
lot of
sure
things to
that's
get him in
fine.
trouble. Yeah. He runs up to you out of breath, wearing the usual school uniform for Capital City. Maybe one of these days I'll get Midjourney to crunch out some tokens that look more like high school students than grown-ass fighting adults. For now, just assume that Jason is
Yes,
wearing
I will
more a
assume he
school
is high
uniform.
school.
Yeah, more of a high schooler. Um, he runs up to you out of breath and says, "Hey, you two, wait, hold up. I, I'm trying to
Uh,
get your attention." He like jumps.
I think if anything, he would probably have to grab him by the shoulder. U2 does have his headphones on.
He's still talking as he's out of breath, apparently ignoring that you have headphones on or oblivious to it. He's just rambling at this point. You have to understand, there's like a great story here, and if I could just find out more about it. But I just can't seem to get it right. All the leads are just collapsing, and the proofreading software just keeps saying that I spell everything wrong. It's not wrong. The software is wrong. Are you listening?
Christ. Hey, Jason, jeez, dude, you gotta tap me on the shoulder. You're so quiet. It's weird.
That music is gonna drive you deaf one day. You know that?
Nah, man, this is the good stuff. And like you can just hear like heavy bass, like electrode playing, like out of the headphones. Even before you could hear it, but now you can especially hear it.
Look. He looks around for a moment. I didn't want to have to do this, but I've been covering a lot of stuff lately, which means I don't have a lot of time for homework or studying or reading the book material. Do you think maybe, because I know you do well at math, I could copy some of your answers from some of the homework for last night?
Come on, dude. How do you... It was like 4 problems.
He just kind of shrugs at you. I mean, that's valuable time. I could be getting my Pulitzer or my Neo Pulitzer. The Neo Pulitzer Plus. They just released that one.
Dude, you gotta stop collecting those. Those, like... yeah, hang on. And he'll, like, swing his backpack around and, like, pull out his, like, homework and show it to him. Actually, try and learn it, dude. Don't just copy the answers.
Okay,
All right?
give me a what do you got here? Let's see what you got. Oof. Give me a precision roll check against a 4. Oh my god. Do you want to invoke, or do you
Yes.
want to just let okay.
No, I'm gonna invoke. That's terrible. I didn't do the homework either.
Whoa. No, that's not for the homework, don't worry.
Oh no. Okay,
All right.
I'll let a 3 slide.
A 3. Okay, you have a split second to react, but as you are handing over some homework for Jason, uh, you notice maybe a little bit too late that Jeff is standing nearby. Whether or not he was there the whole time or he just like crept up, he is folding his arms and leaning against a post, staring daggers at the both of you.
I would say as soon as he makes like locks eyes with Jeff, he goes, "Yeah, see, Jason. So yeah, we did get the same answers on the homework." And he grabs the homework back from him and stuffs it in his backpack. You don't have to worry about this. You know this stuff. And he kind of shoots him a look of like, "We're being watched." It's probably too late because I did not succeed, but I do attempt to cover it up.
Jeff, you can see him gritting his teeth for a moment and then leaning away from the post. You know, there's been rumors around school that Mr. Valley here has been copying homework from other students, all in an effort to stay above water. You're barely treading, buddy. Don't worry. If your grade point average falls below a certain level, I'll make sure you stay in remedial classes over the weekend. You should be there anyway. Hell, you should be living in detention. He points a finger while leaning over to the side and backward slightly at Jason. Don't think that you're going to be able to use U2 to avoid trouble this time. He may be a mediocre student who barely manages to stay out of trouble himself, but he's not a human shield.
I'm right here.
Huh? He looks at you.
I'm right here. Like, I'm
Oh.
pretty decent. Like, my grades are good.
He points a finger at you. Collaboration's a crime as well. Be on your toes.
Okay, Jeff. Thank you.
He angles his body back towards Jason. Jason, by the way, has stuffed his hands into his pockets and is taking a defensive JoJo pose himself. The two of them are squaring off visually. Jeff points at Jason for a prolonged period of time, then lowers his fingers. Okay, well, also there's going to be a bake sale later to promote buying new uniforms for the Oysterettes. So if you are interested, either one of you can fill out a sheet for any large orders that you might have, as
Oh,
well as
is
any
the sign up going to
allergies.
be on the bulletin board, or do we have to find you? Or is it going to be like the student council office? Because my
Oh,
mom has a really great recipe for ginger cookies, and those were great last year.
oh, really? That's wonderful. We've been we've got a void in where a treat like that would go. So yeah, just go. We're going paperless, so you could just use the school app, but it has been down for the past 2 days. So um, you better watch your ass, you two. He leans over again. But also the
Yeah. Okay.
cookies.
Whatever.
Those
Yeah.
cookies do sound okay. Are they butter or margarine?
I don't know. I'd have to ask. I mean, I guess she could get either if there's like a people have a like allergy or can't have them.
Yeah, you just butter do that.
Were you just sitting on that, or
He just starts to walk
yeah?
backwards while
You were
still
just sitting
pointing
on
at you.
that. That's what that means. You're just waiting for that. How many times have you used that today, Jeff? As he's like yelling at him as he's like walking away.
Jason, you can when you look back at Jason after Jeff has left, you see that Jason has murderous intent surrounding him like an aura. Then he completely relaxes and turns to you. So, really, ginger cookies? That sounds great. I gotta go. I did manage to see some of those answers though. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. Just do you if you knock the homework out fast enough, then you can keep doing your reporting. Like it you don't have to sacrifice one for the other.
Who needs studying when I've got you as a friend? He gives you a slap
That's
on the
not
back. See you
Yeah,
later.
man.
I gotta go. There's a really big story about what they're really putting in the meatloaf. I think it's people. He lowers his sunglasses and then nods
Yeah.
and winks at you and quickly makes his escape. You are left kind of there alone in the early morning until you are met with your friends from the AV club. Um, you have Marisol, who is a transfer student from Earth, finds it a little hard to fit in, bit rough and tumble, but a good person. Simone, a science and chemistry whiz, who is quite good with um, looking at things under microscopes and being a little bit sarcastic. And of course, Nia Nova. Nia rushes in with a gust and flurry of purple confetti. Sparkles rain down from the sky as she approaches and then manages to pose for some reason in a dramatic fashion. Nia, give me a 1d100 roll. A 7? Oh my god.
I don't know what that means.
It means like 7 students in the background kind of like look in your direction and just kind of shake their head and go back to what they were doing.
No, that's about right.
Oh.
Nia cannot escape reality, even in the mind space.
Nia Nova, yeah.
Hello, AV Club. I love you
Okay,
all. How
so
are you
it's
doing?
so it's the rest of the AV club, and is it 7 additional people or like 3?
Oh, I guess it would be like 3 or something. Well, Jim's there, but imagine him without a beard because that's a little much.
He's just starting to grow in his facial hair.
Oh, he has like a
knows-
weird, awkward like mustache.
Yeah, he's got a shitty mustache. It's because he's
Shitty
ginger. It's like
beard,
blonde, so you can't even
Oh,
see it really.
Jesus.
It hasn't started to like
Oh
get colored.
no.
Now that you're all here, the bell rings and it's quickly time for class. Nia, as you are
Yeah.
getting ready to go to class and open your locker, give me a let's see. Give me another 1d100 roll. $58. Okay. So you open up your locker. And there are 58 pieces of paper that fall out.
Oh, what?
They've all been stuffed in there. It looks like they are handwritten notes.
Mia picks them up and makes sure they're not detention slips or something.
They aren't. They're just they're notes that seem to be asking you for help.
Oh
It just
no!
says, please help me. Please help. Can you help? Please help.
Oh no!
I love you. Please help. Where are you? Please help.
Oh,
Uh,
are there any ones with like names on them?
There's no names. They just say, please help.
Okay, so she takes off her backpack, she starts stuffing all of the notes into her backpack wildly.
Okay.
So she can read them in class.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
You will be able to just keep those on you. But for the most part, they all kind of say the same thing and in very short kind of like letters. There's nothing is very long about the messages. Is really what it comes down to. They're just all like help, please help us, please help.
Okay, so she's going through them in class, going like, "This is definitely a mystery. Someone needs my help."
All right.
She just says that out loud.
Yeah, to her friends, probably, but probably right in the middle of the lesson. I don't know.
Yeah, right in the middle of the
I was gonna say, is this when Nia looks at the camera and just goes, "I need to help. These people are in trouble."
Yeah.
Because her stand would be the camera person.
Oh
Yes!
my god!
True.
So yeah, it makes perfect sense that she would just stare at them and just.
She knows where the camera is at all times.
Yeah, she's able to do like the Jim from The Office kind of shit, and nobody else is, but she can.
Aw. Nia's gonna get a thwack on the head with a piece of paper.
What? I take the piece of paper and I look if it also says help.
No, it's just a blank sheet of paper.
I blink and look over at whoever put that on my head.
Yeah, hey, what's wrong with you?
Marisol, look, I found someone's asking me for help, and I'll start shaking like letters, like a big handful of letters at her.
How do you know this isn't a prank?
But, someone needs help. Even if it was a prank, then it would be. I don't know if this one's funny because I'm worried, but like I can totally like help them anyway. Maybe I can help them prank people in better ways. Better ways.
What?
Stop having a good heart. Well, where did they say they need help at?
I don't know. They're not very specific. Maybe they're embarrassed.
So,
I know when I need help, sometimes I get really embarrassed.
so there's nothing to go on?
Well, I guess maybe I could find, I could compare people's handwritings, but then I'd need like a bunch of papers done by a bunch of different people. Maybe I could set up a suggestion box.
That sounds intense. Who would know a bunch of people's handwriting anyway?
I don't.
A teacher, obviously.
Yeah, they do tests all the time.
So, we'll just have to, I don't know, get one's attention on this. It's a start anyway.
Right. Her eyes are shining because this is a mystery and she's excited to solve it.
Okay, as you guys are talking in class, you hear someone say, "No talking."
Nope.
And you lose the ability to speak momentarily.
Oh no.
Sort of seated not far away from you is a woman with short red hair, a young woman. She leans backwards and glances at you away from her phone and then goes back to looking at her phone before pocketing it. You see her snap her fingers, and then the ability to talk resumes. The whole class is paying attention to her now. As a member of the Student Council's legal department, yes, we do have one. I've been brought in to audit the teachers that have been coming in because of the problems they've been having. And part of the problem that's been reported has been students and their behavior. So if you cause trouble, I'm going to have to crack down. And I may not be Kev. I don't do karate or whatever, but I can be a little bit mean. She folds her arms and then goes back to her phone, kind of looking at it under the desk and away from wherever the teacher can view it. Oh, do any of you have any questions about any of that so I can ignore them? She glances back at your group again.
No, you've made yourself pretty
She
clear.
turns away as soon as you start talking.
Rude.
Fucking rude.
I lean over to whisper to Marisol, do you think that student council would know handwriting?
Actually,
I mean, they probably, yeah. But I don't know if
yeah.
they'd ever tell us or give us anything to work with.
Uh,
You know how they
yeah.
are.
Nia starts to move her table a little closer, her like whole entire desk closer to Kelly's desk.
Kelly is trying her best to ignore you and pay attention to her phone. She glances past you, actually, at an empty desk, and then looks at you. What?
I have shiny, curious eyes. Oh, you noticed me. Okay, good. Do you know this person's handwriting? I'll like grab one of the notes and show her.
She looks at the note. Was this a prank or something?
Nia shakes her head a lot and then pauses. And goes, maybe?
Nope, don't recognize a single one. Why waste my time with this? Can't you see I'm busy? She's clearly playing Bejeweled on her phone.
Oh, if you do that one, you'll get a bomb. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Because
No giving advice on games. You find your ability to do that actually just stops when she says that. If you try to talk, you just feel like your teeth don't want to separate, your mouth doesn't want to open. As long as you're trying to give her advice on a game.
Okay, I won't. Okay, but what if someone does need help?
Let someone else worry about it, or tell Kev. I don't know. He's just walking around, probably doing push-ups or something at random. I'm sure he has time.
Does Kev know handwriting?
I mean, no, he's just a meathead and a hall monitor, glorified hall monitor. I would say don't tell him I said that, but he has already heard me say it.
I won't tell him you said that. Like, Give her a thumbs up.
She looks past you again at the empty desk and says, finally, dispelling the rule she just made, no one is allowed to come into class late. And then just waits. And you hear somebody struggling to open the door. You watch as Kelly smirks at you, like very self-satisfied, and then the world seems to flash, glitch a little, and in that empty desk, Jodeci is seated there, leaned back very smugly, and Kelly is staring at him with narrowed eyes. Kelly points a finger at him. Something's not right here. You're not usually on time. Josie just shrugged. I don't know what to tell you. I learned my lesson. She shakes her head and then just kind of begrudgingly goes back to her game, waiting for the teacher to come in. Seated next to Josie is a very small, round-headed. He's supposed to be a student, but he looks more like a small robot. Maybe one that would work in a cafe or a maintenance tunnel. Or a little cleaner, perhaps. Instead, yes, he has a sure, he has a baseball cap that's way too small for his big dome head. Just kind of hanging on somehow. One of the very young students who maybe got in here because he's good with math. A kid named Palazzo. Jodeci is kind of ignoring Palazzo while Palazzo is kind of staring at him. And then eventually Palazzo will ask him, do you like baseball? And Jodeci just kind of says, I can take it or leave it. And you see Palazzo just turn his face and stare forward blankly. Take it or leave it where? And he just kind of freezes.
Where are you putting baseball?
For the moment, though, it looks like your class is all assembled. You now have to deal with whatever teacher is going to drop in on you. That teacher is 100th Window. Unlike many of the others in this setting that look different, 100th Window is wearing the same kind of giant fairy tale gown, tattered, scrappy gown, as she kind of prances in, spins, and just continues to spin and says, "Math time." She, in a sing-songy manner, begins to go over the lesson. There are certain things that you need to know about math. Numbers plus numbers equals solutions. I can make anything happen. She starts to spin again with math. Do any of you have a problem I can solve with math? And she kind of waits. Anyone?
I mean, just like any math equate. Like, what do you like? Is this about the homework or?
Or like, is this related to the upcoming test or something?
She takes a moment, then sits down and begins to flip through the lesson plan. Oh, right, I'm supposed to go through this. Let's see. Oh, advanced calculus. She closes the lesson plan. I know that like the back of my hand. She shows you the back of her hand where she has many mathematical formula written. It's not a joke.
Why?
She shrugs. So I don't forget. Let's see. Today's lesson. She begins to ramble excessively about math, number equations, symbols, theorems, formulas, and references to very obscure mathematical proof, without giving your group or anyone any time to copy any of it down, with the exception of Palazzo, who seems to just be writing with his very simple claw pinchy hands and a pencil, copying every single mathematical equation down perfectly.
Damn. Marisol's gonna try to get Nia's attention Psst, hey.
Nia's trying to pay attention to the math, but it's clearly going over her head. So she's like, yeah.
So, what did Kelly say?
She said to take it to Kev.
Kev, that guy's not gonna be able to figure out a help message.
Well, I mean, maybe he knows someone who knows handwriting.
I'll come with you. Maybe we should drag someone else too. You never know when that guy wants to like just fight, you know?
Yeah. I bet I could beg him enough, though. Maybe a push-up contest? Though I'm better at sit-ups.
Marisol's
I would say probably at this point, you two would lean in and just go, do a dance off like last time. You know he's got 2 left feet.
Oh, there's a dance. Yeah. So it's not in too much.
Oh man, you two, you're coming for that, right?
Well, yeah, somebody's got to supply the beats. And he does like a finger gun.
All you guys who are talking, which I guess is everyone but Simone. Simone's not talking, right?
She's kind of trying to pay attention.
Oh,
Of course.
okay. Everyone, give me a durability roll, and even Simone actually, but for a different reason.
Oh dear.
So many dice.
Okay. Anyone who rolled less than 4, your attention is immediately caught by 100th Window, who's waving a wand through the air at you, almost menacingly, spreading sparkles everywhere. La da 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 da. I can see that you're having trouble with math, which is fine, because if you don't complete tonight's homework, you may never wake up. She lowers the wand. You are now cursed. She begins to spin. You have to solve the mathematical equations that I just gave you perfectly, or a great catastrophe will occur. She stops dancing. So I suggest you copy the notes of your fellow student. She aims at Palazzo, who is so far the best student I have in this class. She points at you, Simone. You're runner-up.
What? Hey, is that even legal? Can she do that?
I was gonna say, I feel like there would just be like a slight like eye roll hearing Simone is within the top 3 best students in the class at any given time.
I guess I should roll for Jodeci. I'm pretty sure that he could pass this, but I might as well. Oh, he does. So Jodeci, you see the sparkles begin to drift towards him, and then you just kind of there's another glitch, and then he's seated in a different position, like behind Palazzo, and maybe even holding Palazzo up like a shield as the sparkles kind of bounce off of the small dome-headed boy harmlessly. For the rest of you, when the sparkles touch you, you can feel that despite the strangely whimsical nature of 100th Window, her curse is in fact true. You know inherently you will explode if you don't hand in a 100% correct homework assignment to her the next day.
There's
no.
a cold sweat over Marisol. The homework assignment or whatever's in front of her just suddenly has like this menacing to it.
Yeah, just a blank sheet of paper with the menacing, yeah.
You notice one of the other students, like a faceless student in the back, kind of raises their hand and says, Miss Window, I am going to be sick, so I won't be able to hand in the homework assignment. She just swirls her wand at him, and he explodes into colorful confetti.
Oh
Oh no.
Another one bites the dust. She starts to spin again. Wee!
Okay, is that legal? Kelly's here. Can I just ask her? That can't
I mean,
be
yeah,
right.
that like
That
like
seems
I would say like yeah, Yuji probably tries to tap Kelly on the shoulder if she's not paying attention, which I'm gonna be surprised if she is.
Let's see. Kelly turns around and has a kind of a sweating, kind of deathly look. Like she has also been cursed by this.
Oh
You're-
god.
You're wondering the same thing I'm wondering, right?
Yeah, this can't be legal. You've got to do something.
Can't do
this
anything.
seems.
I'm cursed.
What do you, Kelly?
What?
Come on, just say you aren't cursed.
I've got to see if Jeff can get me out of this. My ability doesn't work like that.
No, but just try. What?
I'm going to Kev with this.
No, you can't. She grabs. Kelly will lean over and grab you, Marisol. You can't tell Kev.
Ah, why not?
It's embarrassing. I don't want that idiot knowing that I need his help. Forget it. In fact, she like stares at you, just daggers. No one's allowed to ask Kev for help.
Oh no!
But why? You what?
There. Now we'll die together, the way it should be.
God, what does that even mean,
I
Kelly?
don't want to die with you.
She shrugs and goes back to playing with her phone. Might as well go out doing what I love.
Wait, why don't we just
No,
why don't we just have a study session like together?
Study session.
Uh-huh.
She like looks at you
No.
with a slight mix of disgust and disdain. It's
No,
hard to tell
Kelly-
which is which.
Kelly,
It's either
just
that or exploding.
Do you
Kelly,
want
just
to
make a rule that we
explode?
know the answers.
It doesn't work like that.
God, like he's just like increasingly more frustrated.
Then how does it work?
I would honestly make a rule that says you're not allowed to ask that, but then one of you idiots would run over and ask Kev, so forget it. I'm invoking my student council privileges not to answer any questions, and my privileges as a junior legal assistant intern.
Okay, but if you join us for study group, you can copy off of Simone.
No, I think I'd rather explode into confetti. She just goes back to her phone.
Marisol is looking over Palazzo's shoulder and trying to like copy down what he's doing.
Marisol, give me a precision roll. You can invoke if you want, but it may not be necessary. You realize very slowly that what Palazzo's actually doing is writing random numbers and leaving the empty space in them as a smiley face, like in the negative space.
Oh
He-
man.
And bark. Today's lesson, you don't have to be perfect. Or you could die if you aren't perfect. It seems that your teacher, 100th Window, has given you a very difficult lesson. You are not well prepared. And Jodeci is just like leaned back, kind of kicked back, doesn't seem to give a shit. He just yawns as he looks over at you.
I grab my desk and start to pull it closer to Jodeci's desk.
There's a
It makes a very loud screeching noise.
You notice very quickly there's a foot on your desk as he's like leaned over, just keeping your desk away from his. Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing?
Money! Are you gonna join us for the study session?
He looks around kind of coolly. We're not buddies, and no, I'm not joining you for your session.
No, you're definitely my buddy. She's like leaning over the bar that holds the desk table up, to try to lean closer to him.
He just kind of like stares at you as you're doing this. Please stop. Please stop doing this. Please stop. Please. I am really. I will not lower myself to beg you, but I will say please as strongly as a man can say please.
I can beg you to join us, though.
No, look, I don't need to study for this. I can pass this test super easy. With my ability, all I need to do is just keep taking the test. Hundreds or even thousands of times. He starts staring into the distance.
Oh,
I'll pass eventually.
how many times have you exploded into glitter?
That's not a question I want to answer.
Oh,
Oh no.
no, please, buddy. You can just study with us. It's fun.
Nah, I got more important stuff to do.
Please.
Like, he grabs Palazzo again. I decided that I can help this guy. He's got really good optic sensors. He kind of pokes Palazzo's dome head really hard as he says this, causing the eyes to kind of glitch out and go into different directions every time he pokes him.
Already.
Yep, really sharp sensors in there. I could probably use him to take pictures of all sorts of things. Test answers, stuff like that. Record shows that I might miss. Movies. I could take him to a theater and make bootleg copies. Buy the hundreds. Sell them for mad moolah. Man, I'm really glad I ran into this kid. He gives Palazzo a very hard shake. And as long as he's with me, he doesn't need to have to worry about taking the test either. Because once I get it, I can just go back, give him the test. That's right, Palazzo. He kind of like pulls this robot in. You keep working with me, you'll never fail another test again. All you have to do is keep supplying with those sweet, sweet bootlegs.
He's gonna get hit on the head with like a crumpled up paper.
And not only that, he's gonna pull Palazzo in even closer and whisper, you could take some pictures of like girls too, right? Can you see through walls? He kind of narrows his eyes. What about night vision? He looks over at you, Nia, realizing you overheard him. There's a glitch, and then he's just sitting up straight, kind of just looking away. He never said that he wanted to take pictures of girls. Well, anyway.
None of us will ever know that.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Anyway, you
He's
guys
trying to
are...
weak it.
like-
He's trying to porkies and like, nope. Didn't
yeah,
happen.
exactly. Immediately nope.
No.
Don't worry about it. You guys are screwed. I guess I'll see you on the other side once you're dead, and don't ever talk to me again. I got better things to do, like win at arcade games, probably go and try to steal cigarettes from somebody. I've even heard, he kind of like puts his fist under his chin and looks like very smug about that. One of the guys found a 6-pack. It was in the back behind one of the sports lockers.
I
Did you
have a
believe it?
six-pack.
What?
I have a 6-pack.
Oh yeah, what
No,
kind?
not
Something
Nia,
light?
Don't no.
Nia, I don't
Not
think that's what
not
you
the
mean.
right kind.
She does gotta reach to grab her shirt.
No, yeah, he
No,
probably get
yeah,
grabbed. Like,
Please.
As you do that, you could see Jodeci is slowly pulling Palazzo and then trying to hit the record function.
U2's probably trying to stop Nia and also put a hand out in front of Palazzo.
Simone is probably trying to help shield Nia from Palazzo.
You hear Palazzo saying, I'm 12.
Oh no, he's 12.
Marisol's gonna come out and kind of like pull Palazzo away out of Jodeci's grip.
Hey, what's the big deal? He's gonna stand up out of his chair.
I think I'm gonna switch seating places with this little guy.
No way! He's my meal ticket, man. I need that little weirdo.
Well, I don't think he needs you. Sorry.
We'll see about that. Palazzo, you're gonna fail that test, and then she's gonna turn you into confetti.
No.
You see Palazzo begin to panic immediately. His face turns into a siren effect on the screen, and he's just wiggling his arms.
Look at what you did. You just distressed him.
That's the idea. That's why it's a threat.
Ugh.
Palazzo, you'll do fine.
Hey, don't listen to this jokester.
Palazzo calms down. Okay. Does that mean we're going to study? He seems hopeful.
It does.
Yes, it does. We're going
Okay.
to form a study group, and we'll study together.
Jodeci, like, just kind of, like, leans back smugly in his chair. We'll see who lives and who dies.
No, you're coming too.
No, I'm not coming at all. What do you mean? I'm...
You're coming to the study group.
Oh, am I?
Uh-huh.
How do you figure?
I figure I could probably lift you. How much do you weigh?
He shrugs. Why don't you give it a shot?
Oh, don't do that. She's gonna do it.
trying to?
He isn't standing there when you try to grab him. He's just standing. He's standing in a different position entirely, just kind of like scratching his chin. Are you gonna try to lift me? Go ahead.
Hold still.
I will. Go ahead.
Go get him.
You find yourself lifting a very angry Kelly crew cut.
Hi, Kelly.
Jodeci is sitting in her seat playing with her phone. Kind of like glances over. Huh. Well, tell you what. He puts the phone down while sending himself a few files from it. You can see that there's a progress bar filling up. You guys get it figured out. I won't be going to any lame study group because I don't need to. I got stuff I need to do. Cool stuff for cool kids like myself. Yup. He leans back in his chair again. Everything's real cool for Jodeci. So he falls backwards out of the chair. For a moment, there's a glitch, and then he's leaned back again. Everything's cool for Jodeci Sojourn. He waits for a moment, and then wiggles his chair a little. All right, cool. What? He looks at you and then quickly makes an exit out of the classroom.
That guy's a dork.
I know.
There's something wrong with his brain.
He's kind of cute though.
What?
Oh, I should put you down.
She looks fuming that you were holding her for that long while talking and doing other things. I have a test to go study for, I guess, or whatever, and I'll be doing it on my own. The Student Council has elite learning resources, the most perfect of all. We have tutors that are flown in from different countries on Earth, as well as robots who can help us. We don't need any of you. I'll be fine. She kind of like pats herself on the shoulder while smiling. No member of the Student Council has ever failed a test since joining the council, period. I won't be the first.
Yeah, I just assumed that was like a bribery thing.
She looks at
Yeah.
you with both contempt and a little bit of pain in her expression. I don't need to bribe anyone.
Also,
Well, I wasn't speaking about you specifically, though.
yeah, think about Rich.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, he
there's
bribes
no way
tons
to-
of people. She goes
Yeah,
back
I
to
was
playing
like,
with
no
her
way.
phone.
Yeah, Rich seems like that kind of guy.
Well, I mean, technically, one of him could be taking the test, and the other one could be looking at the answers.
Yeah, probably true. He does pull that sort of shenanigan. She raises her hand. Excuse me, Miss Window. I have to go attend a student council fundraiser for cow manure.
What?
The teacher kind of like spins in place. No problem. Kelly just like nods to the rest of you smugly and then makes her way out, leaving you with Palazzo. The rest of the lesson goes more or less the same with 100th Window. She is firing off math equations at a rapid pace. Only one of you really has the ability to record qualia. So
Yeah.
Nia, you could actually take perfect notes in this situation.
Yes, I will be trying to.
So, like, archaeologists, we have to decipher them later.
Yes! She is taking perfect notes, but there are random doodles of, like, sparkles and,
She's writing with both her left and right hand.
yeah,
One is taking perfect notes, the other one's adding the doodles.
little
Wow.
butterflies.
Good. Yeah, so the rest of the day goes pretty much about as you'd expect at this school until it is lunchtime, which is, of course, the best time at this school. Certainly. Today's meal, let's go to a random food generator.
Oh dear.
Random recipe. Oh, there's a whole random recipe website. Amazing. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? It is falafel burgers. Wow.
Oh,
That
hell
actually
yeah.
doesn't sound so bad.
Yeah.
Wonder if I can. I don't think I can drag and drop this into the game.
Try
I've,
it.
I've never actually tried. Nope, doesn't work. That's all right. I wonder if I can drag and drop it into the image viewer.
I did post what a falafel burger looks like in the OOC chatter.
Oh, I can. Neat. There it is. Falafel burgers. Damn, I didn't know I could do that.
Oh,
Nice.
Let's actually get this. Boop. Boop. There we go. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Falafel burgers. Tasty, nutritious, and the ingredients are mostly made with recognizable chemicals. As you guys are chowing down on your falafel burgers, you will notice that, of course, Kelly is seated with the student council members at their own super elite table with very elaborate throne-like chairs. Jeff is there, of course. Yeah, their table looks it's way too they're just thrones.
are we just like normal concrete benches?
Yeah, you guys just get normal ass benches. Everybody else just gets normal ass benches. The elite student council, not only are they seated in these throne-like chairs, but they also have personal wait staff that are there, just kind of tending to their every need. Jeff even has like an elaborate cloth napkin that he's just dabbing his mouth with. He is kind of just making jokes that a bunch of sycophants around him are laughing at. People that are wearing a bit nicer, they're regular students, they're wearing a bit nicer standard of uniform. The rest of the council just seems to be staring at him blankly whenever he cracks a joke. Although occasionally, young Lewis, a fellow freshman, though given special exception because of his advanced scientific knowledge, he just kind of like laughs occasionally. You're not sure if he's laughing at Jeff's jokes or with Jeff's jokes. But of the student council members, you know that Lewis is really the only one that could be considered normal-ish. The rest of them seem to be high-strung sociopaths or type A personalities or potential coke fiends in the case of Rich Tan. And which is very self-evident after one of Jeff's jokes when Rich shouts, "That's enough of the jokes! They're not funny, man! Jeez! Killing me over here! I got a history test and an art thing I gotta do. And there's these statues and they won't stop moving, man! They won't stop!"
You know, it's weird. You think Rich would understand how like models work?
He does, in fact, have 99 problems. Right after he says that, he looks over at a statue of the Venus de Milo that's peeking around the corner at him. "There's one right there, man!" It quickly just recedes around the corner when the others go to look. Jeff just shakes his head. "You gotta cut down on that medication they're giving you, buddy. It's making you paranoid." "I'm not paranoid, man! I'm not!" He's just grabbing his hair and leaning forward. "Oh man, how am I supposed to run the communications from the website for the school?" Kev is just sitting there very stoically, much like other students that may be at the school. He's far too physically large to be a normal high schooler. Even though the rest of them are more high school sized, he's still pretty much man-sized in his physique.
Marisol's gonna nudge Nia.
Yeah?
Hey, what if we put Kelly on the spot so she takes away that curse? This is the time to do it, right?
Do you
Well-
think that's a good idea?
I think we're all cursed by 99, or I'm sorry, by our teacher anyway. I think she's just also cursed.
Yeah, look, I'm just trying to shake one of these off.
But she said we can't ask Kev for help. We can write Kev for help.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
hang
go
on.
ahead and try it.
He'll probably pull out like I guess notebook or tablet, whichever we have, and just in like the Paint app, just write help and turn it to face him.
As you do that, the paper immediately rushes through your hands and gives you the worst paper cuts you've ever had. It just is like it's being ripped right through your fingertips.
Yeah, he probably pulls away, and it's just like, nope, don't do it.
Oh,
Do
hand! No!
do hmm,
Who wants to ask Kev for help anyway? This
Oh,
just
why do they hurt more than regular cuts?
Wait,
This
wait,
is like-
I've got band-aids. They've got sparkles on them.
yeah. Give me a couple.
I take YouTube's hand or YouTube's hand and I put little sparkly band-aids on his finger.
As you are applying those band-aids, you notice Palazzo's not there.
Oh no!
He seems to have evaded you in some way. It is now missing.
oh no.
Oh no, we've lost one of our study group members.
Who wants to go try to find him? One of you can go hunt him down if you want.
Simone will go ahead and try to find the poor lost little boy.
Lost little man. Okay, go ahead and give me a precision roll.
Okay.
All right. With that roll, you are able to assess that he is somewhere, but it's hard to exactly pin down because there are signs of where he was. For example, you may find an empty baseball card pack wrapper, or well, I guess that's about really the only way you'd know where he is. Some kind of like silly candy, maybe that you've seen him eat, like an empty wrapper of that around a corner. Other than that, it seems like the path leads towards a dark hallway you're not entirely familiar with. That part of the school is probably thought of as being like going down to maintenance, or maybe one of the little some kind of room, storage room maybe. You are free to pursue down that direction if you'd like, but I will say that it feels a bit ominous to do so. Do you decide that you want to brave that, or you're just gonna, if you just let it go, it's possible he may just return on his own?
I feel like she would think about it and then go ahead and step into the dark hallway.
Okay, you step into the dark hallway. When you do so, you find that you find that Palazzo is in fact there. Those eyes are lit up, a very strange color, a sort of flashing deep red to sometimes purple and then an amber hue. And he is not alone, because in the darkness there is another figure. Kind of staring at him, also his eyes flashing kind of repeatedly. They're both just flashing at one another. The eyes, they're communicating, it seems, through some kind of code. You've never seen the student before, but there is something very familiar about him.
She kind of watches it idly, just absolutely confused. It's like,
If you notice immediately that the other robot that he's talking to snaps its attention up into your direction, you will have to pass a 5.
Okay. Durability, I assume.
Speed.
Oh.
Yeah, you managed to just maybe get around a corner to avoid him. He clicks his eye. You can hear the optic lenses clicking and rotating, trying to focus in or chase down where you went. He then turns his attention back to Palazzo. Whatever they say to you is a lie. The Shadow Council will help you if you do not pass this test. The Shadow Council will assist you in all methods which they fail you at. The Shadow Council is the answer. Believe in me. Believe in Nas. He puts one hand on Palazzo's head and then gives him a very light pat. You are a great disciple and will be even better under the control of Nas. Farewell, Palazzo. Farewell, little brother. We will see each other again. And then he begins to just fade backwards into the shadow. Palazzo waits for a moment in the darkness and kind of spins around and says, "Yay, I'm gonna pass the test, yay!" and starts waving his arms around in joy. You see Palazzo just kind of zoom back down the hallway, trailing his arms behind himself.
She probably leans back against the stairwell. She's probably ducked under. And went, okay. That's not something I think I should have seen. And then probably just slowly makes her way back, looking over her shoulder.
Eventually, even if you were trying to hide, Palazzo wouldn't notice you as he went around the corner. He has like a very little self-awareness or situational awareness at times, and he's short. But he basically zooms back to the table where the guys are. Seemingly very, very enthusiastic and happy.
Oh, hey, welcome back, Palazzo.
Hey guys, I'm going to pass the test, and then I'm going to go to baseball after. He starts spinning around in place. Wee, look at me, I'm like 100th window. La 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 la.
Wow, he's in a really good mood.
I don't need to study anymore.
Well, be free then.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, wait.
What?
Doesn't he still need to study?
He just said.
I mean, yeah, but he won't pass any of his tests.
I have all of the answers downloaded in my head. He pokes his own metal dome head, making little plink noises.
You do?
Yes, but I'm not supposed to tell anybody because that's cheating. Goodbye.
Oh, wait. Can you help us study?
No, you're human,
Uh-huh.
and you should all be destroyed. Goodbye.
Oh,
He
no,
starts
wait.
spinning around and leaving. Yes.
Wait, why do we need to be destroyed?
Hey.
Because you're my friends. You're the weaknesses that are holding me back from pure perfection.
You don't need to be perfect.
We are the shadow that exists beyond the flesh and organic. The carbon-based life forms that you are simply a fence, which we must climb over. Goodbye.
Oh, wait, but friends are pretty cool. Otherwise, how will you make a baseball team?
We will make a baseball team from robots.
Oh.
But who will they play against?
Other robots.
You need diverse teams to play against each other. Otherwise, baseball isn't fun anymore.
One side of robots will be running on IBM software, and the other side will be running on Apple software.
Damn.
That is diversity.
That's nerdy.
I did it. He starts spinning around and waving his arms again.
That's
Okay,
only two
thanks.
diverse
Thanks,
teams.
buddy.
You
Okay,
need
I
way
love you,
more.
and I will destroy you.
Love you too.
He's just spinning around and leaving kind of slowly as like a drifting dandelion seed.
I think you two would turn to the others and go, "Were we that awkward as freshmen?"
I don't think that's.
I was.
No.
Yeah, no,
that's-
you. Yeah. And he kind of like squints. He clearly like doesn't want to finish his sentence. He goes, Nia, you've always been Nia, and then no one else can be the Nia that you are.
I sure have.
That didn't seem like Palazzo.
Well, so I found Palazzo in a little dark hallway, and I kind of decided to follow him, and then there's this weird guy. I think he said something about the shadow. She kind of leans in and whispers, "The Shadow Council." So,
There's a shadow council.
Nia!
What?
How loud do you say that, Nia?
It's Nia.
Yeah,
Nia level out.
jazz music stops. The entire table of the student council is just staring at your table of the AV club.
I wave at them.
Nia, stop.
Yeah, Nia, that's when you get to the next level in the game
Kev
that we were playing
stands up
together.
very slowly.
Yes.
It seems like the lights in the room have faded except for one sole spotlight that's over him dramatically, like a champion in an arena.
I would say at this point, Nia, Yuji probably leans down to Nia and just goes, "Why did you have to get him monologuing? You know it always takes all of our lunch period."
I like when he monologues.
I love this burger.
It's
on.
so, and he's just like, Yuji's just like, he got his hands in his got his face in his hands.
You see Kev slowly pull the bib off of his neck and then lower it down onto the table. So, it seems that someone's decided to break an unspoken rule. Speaking about things that don't exist. Spreading rumors of fear that will corrupt the minds of the youth. Just so you know, those who break the law and defile the name of Capital City cannot escape the grasp of justice! He reaches out towards your table and your chairs. You can feel them shaking as they begin to slide across the lunchroom towards his table.
I would say as they're sliding, Yuju is giving the most deadpan look to Nia and just go, "It's every time."
And Simone is just like grabbing onto the table.
We
Like,
don't have to waste our lunch period doing this.
You're trying to
it's
be
my
sad.
only free period.
You're trying to be sad, but Nia has her hands up because her chair is moving and
Yes,
sliding
yes,
around like
Yeah,
she's
no,
on
this
a
is a
roller
roller-
coaster.
Yeah, this is a roller coaster. She's fine.
Kev has a great amount of intensity about him as he is, it seems to be powering up.
Ah, shit.
Now you've done it. Now you've made me mad. All I wanted to do was enjoy my lunch. And it's you guys causing trouble. Not even the traditional troublemaker. But you have decided to go to the side of evil. I won't have it during Falafel Burger Day. You can feel the air beginning to distort with rage. Yeah!
Wait, Kev, calm down, please.
We didn't mean it. It was just, it just happened. That's it.
I think you misheard.
Is this when we join up and solve a mystery?
You see Rich Tan whisper something in his ear, and then he stops, goes back to being normal, quickly shoves your table and chairs all the way back into position. They're kind of like turned into different directions because he did it so hastily, and he just runs and sits down at his chair and starts stuffing the bib into his collar very, very quickly, just in time for Carolina to walk in through the double doors leading to the cafeteria with a little clipboard in her hand. She looks around. Oh, good. She walks over and sees the student's lunch. Falafel burgers. I love those. This is nice. Hello, everybody. She waves gently to the student council. They all wave back, saying, "Hello, Miss Carolina. Hey, Miss Carolina. Hey,
I like
hi."
Yuju would roll his eyes and watch him kiss ass.
Everything looks fine here. She kind of just like clasps her clipboard very happily and then kind of makes her way over to your table. Hello, everybody. Is everything fine today?
Yeah, just
Yes, Miss Carolina. Everything's great.
Everything's good.
The
You didn't
burgers are
answer.
really good.
You didn't answer quickly enough. There must be something wrong. Surely you could tell me. She begins to lean over the table a little. If something was wrong, I could fix it right away, you know.
Oh, we're just, we're really bunkering down for calculus tomorrow.
Yeah, we
No
got
test.
a big test, and the teacher's been really on our butts about it.
It's
Her
gonna
eyes
make my brain explode.
her eyes widen a little. It's good. I like everything to be perfect here at Capital City High. Perfect in every way. For bright young minds like you, she tussles your hair, you two. But then once she's done tussling it, it's actually in better shape than it was before. Like more styled. Kind of just it looks like it was more professionally done and everything.
great. She harmonized it.
He goes, yeah, thank you, Miss Carolina. And the second like her back is turned or like she goes to walk away, he fixes it back himself.
To be sort of okay, I guess.
He somehow fucks it up and like tries to put it back how he had it. And he's like
Yeah.
always doing that.
She walks away kind of like happily humming to herself, smiles, and then she stops for a moment at a table sort of in not in the darkness, but definitely in the corner. There's a table kind of out of sight where the troublemakers sit. She just kind of goes, "Hmm," and then walks over towards, Jason and fixes his tie for him. "There you are. You should probably get someone to help you with that so that it's better next time." And then she smooths it out for him. "There you go. Now you look good. Such a handsome man." And then she, like, smiles and then walks away. J Jason is seething, and like you 2, he just goes back to putting his tie the way it was, although it's a little more undone. The nerve. "I'll wear my tie like I prefer."
Hmm.
I'd say probably out there shared like fuck her perfectness. Just like you two shoots him a look like, yeah, we
He
get
looks
it.
he looks, like, exhausted with the entire thing, but not it's not just because of that. The other people sitting at his table are, yes, Germanata, Jodeci, who you may remember, uh, Miss B, and a tall student who appears to be wearing a stuffed suit and maybe has lifts in their shoes. DZ. Nobody's allowed to mention that DZ maybe isn't as tall or as buff as they appear to be. DZ kind of just like after she notices that and notices the two of you looking at each other, just kind of grabs Jason's arm. So, what were you saying earlier about the thing? You know the story. Uh, you know the one. It was really interesting. Really interesting. Jason kind of seems put off at first, but then yeah. So anyway, there's a rumor going around about this. He looks around Shadow Council. So I was hoping that maybe someone could give me a hand. I've been staying up late and studying about it. Just saying. I think it might be my big lead. If I could learn more about this Shadow Council, I could probably crack this whole school wide open. I just have to be able to put 2 and 2 together. He strokes his chin. That's right. The math just doesn't check out. But if I bring any charges or make any accusations, they have to be perfect. Everything has to add up. Anything less, and it could be my life on the line. Germanata, who's at the table, just kind of leans back and like scratches her nose. It's really dramatic, man. Doesn't really have to be all like that. Whatever with the Shadow Council. Yeah, they exist. So what? Maybe they sacrifice students. I don't know. I just know if I talk about it too much, probably like my eyes will start bleeding or whatever. No big deal. So what? They sold their soul to the devil or something. Maybe they're involved in some kind of space cult. They're all aliens, Jason. Why don't you do that story? Jason looks a little hurt. I don't write about aliens. I write real stories about real stuff. I don't do that sort of thing. We should stop making that joke. He kind of pouts. The rest of the table's kind of chuckling at him. It seems that if you want, you may have overheard a little bit about Jason knowing about the Shadow Council, or Germanata for that matter.
Um,
Would you say foreign exchange students? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
because of the alien.
Yeah, because the aliens thing of like, anyways, here's 4 new foreign exchange students who don't understand Earth customs or Moon customs.
Oh yeah, that's like I guess that's actually now that you mention it, uh, Germanata is almost knocked out of her seat entirely by a massive student, bigger than Kev.
Oh, Tyson!
Tyson's, oh, I'm sorry. She scoffs and looks up at. Watch it, you clumsy oaf! I'll cut you. Tyson just kind of looks dumbfounded, like, you mean like my hair? Oh man, I just got it cut. He just walks away, rubbing his hair. Just, oh, my mom said it looked cool. He does sit down at a table with students that you've probably never seen before, and as mentioned, yes, they are all kind of, well, not foreign exchange students. They're kind of like, yeah, they're all freshmen. They all kind of transferred in. They all are weird, and they all just kind of like keep to themselves for the most part. All you know is that they seem to know or be related to the groundskeeper, a very large feral woman that most people don't like to talk to, named Marina. And otherwise, they keep to themselves. Although, Simone, you know that one of them, the freshman with the pink hair, Stone Sour, is a genius inventor. It's just that everything he invents seems to be geared towards video games or leisurely activities. You can even hear him over there right now talking about, I made a mini fridge. It's amazing. The amount of milkshakes that it can hold would stun you. You would be gobsmacked. The variety. Chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. Enough to make a Neapolitan milkshake. Have you heard of it? I doubt that. The others are just like listening and just kind of, uh, just they're nodding along. One of them, I'll say Tyson, actually looks quite impressed. But, yeah, for the most part, they keep to themselves. Other students don't seem to bother them, and they are way too large for anybody to can even consider bullying. They're also too smart to be, like, threatened at all by anybody's academic genius, though it doesn't seem like that would even be an issue to begin with. These are, as far as you know, some of the smartest kids at the school, the most athletically talented, and the least socially capable. In another dimension, they would be nerds. They just would be. In fact, they still kind of are. It's just that they are also, again, extremely buff and extremely smart. But that's them. And now you have the kind of layout of the school with the foreign kids, the troublemakers, the student council, and of course rumors of the shadow council. Uh, Lunch has ended. You have avoided being possibly destroyed on the spot by Kev. And it seems like you may be able to study for this math test. Although it is difficult, the math is quite complex. If you want to survive, you'll have to pass with 100% perfection or die. Literally die. Literally be exploded into confetti. Normal school, normal day, normal everything. With that, we will take a quick 5-minute break, and then we'll get back to the conclusion.
Okay.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn some math.
You two and I have 1 fate point, so we're gonna die on this math test.
Probably.
Oh
Oh
no!
no. I've got ideas, y'all. But I got but we
Okay.
gotta come back first.
You just gotta find the nerdiest you two.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the version,
You can-
There's an
of you
idea
that
there.
knows math. Yeah.
Don't forget, you can use your stand abilities.
I know. Like I said, I got a plan.
Okay, we'll go back to your plan.
Also, don't forget, Plaza will kill you all. Thank you.
Oh no. Plaza, we love you.
Your flesh is weak. All right, I am back.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right. I think almost everyone's back.
I think maybe Claudia isn't yet. Oh no, it's just us.
She has been stolen.
Yeah, it's just you guys. Nobody else.
Mm. Oh,
Hello?
Hey,
hello.
Claudia.
Okay, that seemed to fix it. I don't know
Oh,
why
just
that
couldn't.
did that.
You're like, I'm here. Wait, why isn't anyone talking back to me?
I was like, why isn't it lighting up? What the hell?
Oh, like it got locked.
For
Yeah,
some
you're
reason, it
muted.
must have
Yeah.
gotten locked, or some weird thing happened. I don't know.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. Glad a reset fixed it. Alright, and with that, we're all back.
All right. Studying wise. Let's see how you guys do. I need each of you to give me a power roll. Jodeci doesn't have to do it because he can cheat. So a 1, a 3, a 4, a 2. You are looking to get about a 4 to pass for the first round of this. So Marisol, you may need to
Even if I invoke, I would have to gamble it all in a roll.
it's true.
Okay, I guess that's what we're
I was gonna
doing.
say, what do we need to have rolled?
4. So you're gonna, if you didn't make a 4, you might want to invoke. If not, you will take some mental stress, so you can like just live with that if you want.
I guess I was gonna say who's closest, or I guess who might have the most fate points to spend.
The
I
most
have.
fate points?
Yeah, or like, actually, you know what? Looking at everybody's rolls, um, I'm gonna use my gravity stunt and sync with Marisol to give her a +1 and myself a +1.
You guys study together,
Yep.
and then
Okay.
and then yeah, okay,
I'm gonna reroll anyway.
all right. Oh, oh, could have been saved if you needed it. Nia, do you spend a fate point? And I guess the same is true of Simone.
Uh,
Yeah, honestly, you two can give that to.
Yeah, I can yeah swap it over to whoever else.
Yeah.
well, it's only 1
I'll
point, right?
I'll study buddy anybody.
Who needs it more? I guess.
I was gonna say you two rolled lowest with Marisol's reroll, so
I
Duh.
guess you could study with me. I will not roll a fate point. I'll just take 1 mental damage. She's too busy. Like, it's very hard to get her to stay still. She wants to go learn about the Shadow Council, and she
okay,
said
yeah, I would
something
say
about aliens.
yeah, I would say
So
you two kind of plays to that then, and is just like, all right, Nia, we got to study. So you know what that means, and like he does like a spin, kind of like Windows has and like Palazzo has to like transform, and because Nia's probably the only one who can perceive it, you watch as Turn Down for What dresses him up in a lab coat. and like gives him like the big dumb swirly glasses.
Mhm.
Yes,
And even his
yes.
like posture changes a little bit, and he just goes, "All right, I didn't earn every degree at NMIT just to not share my information. Thank you, you two." And he immediately turns to like whatever whiteboard or like digital board there is, and he goes, "May I see your notes, please, dear?" And he like just kind of scoops up your book like your notebook from you. I guess how much like is everything that Windows was saying and showing like actual calculus, or how much of it was bullshit?
It was some of the most advanced math humanly possible.
Okay.
Uh,
And yeah, he's probably looking it over too, just going, "This is the most advanced calculus I've ever seen, and I've helped find. Actually, I wrote some of this. This is fun. Uh, you're in high school?" And he kind of like stares at her.
Mia's nodding, but she's clearly distracted because you're in a little lab coat and glasses.
Right.
That's amazing.
Right. Well, then we need to get started. Let's start with the basics. What do you know about calculus? There's always a good baseline, and he's already turned around now, and he's going over her perfect notes and is like writing stuff out on the like whatever whiteboard equivalent they have in the future.
It's got numbers and letters in it.
He turns around and like he stopped writing, turns around and just goes, "I need you to please tell me there's more than that in your head, please." And he just kind of he pushes his glasses up a little and like pinches his nose, and he goes, "I know the Nia from where I'm from was a liberal arts major, but I need anything or we're gonna be here all night." And I know I can see, and like he points with like a laser pointer at your like probably like fidgeting leg, and is like, "That's not. I know you want to go do something else, and I know that it will inhibit your learning if you're distracted. So let's focus on this." And he like slaps the whiteboard to like get her attention, and then we'll do the next thing. Whatever it is you want, I'm sure there's a U2 in here that's done it.
There's a U2 on the Shadow Council.
I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to entertain it right now.
Shut
And he
the
immediately goes back to like the lesson. So yeah, that would be the +1 is needing to teach.
I'll tell you what.
And there being a U2 who can hopefully be smart enough to teach it.
Why don't you use groove as in the heart on Nia? It's
Oh. Okay.
to sync up the groove of your mathematical abilities and teaching with someone that is very easily distracted. So Nia, you have to clash
Okay.
against U2.
Yeah, that's a clash.
What do I clash with?
Well, he's gonna roll groove, power, and precision.
Okay.
A 4, and oh my god, that's a good clash. Nia, you have to roll. Let's see, durability, razzle dazzle, and focus. Oh my god,
She will not learn.
she refuses to learn despite your best efforts, Professor U2.
Okay, actually, you know what? I'm willing to pay my no wait, because I have to pay a fate point to clash, so I can't pay
No, it's for free with grooves in the heart.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'll pay a fate point to boost one of my 4s to a 6. I guess I'll do, if she did durability, whatever is matching with durability, so I win.
Okay.
So yeah, he would.
Groove better than her durability.
Nia, I will tell you, for the sake of your character, if you lose this clash, you will miss out on an opportunity to learn more about the Shadow Council.
Oh,
You-
but I want to really.
But you will learn, in order to pass this test, you will learn vital information that only an expert like this can provide.
I'll say as well, part of what makes the clash like tips it in U2's favor is that there's this calculus nerd U2, and then also there's like a children's television show U2 who's making it into like a song and dance. And like they're both like seamlessly like popping between the two, so that there's this very fun educational schoolhouse rock on advanced calculus that is somehow working. Because like every U2 knows how Nia works.
to understand that if he puts on a costume, Nia will pay more attention. She is very easily distracted. So, and this show he's putting on is amazing. So
You're compelled by LDD sufferer.
Oh
So you will pay a fate point.
no! I have never not taken a compellus, Nia.
It's true, but your friend
Very
here is
true.
desperately trying to help you. So you can either pay the fate point, or you can get an extra fate point. Neo MIT, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
Okay, I will pay the fate point. But you two, you have to promise to keep the coat on.
As there's like there's just a head nod like in the middle of the song, like they're not stopping to confirm, but there's like a head nod and like a smile, like yeah, like he's not gonna take off the coat in the middle of the lesson. There's learning to be done.
Oh, okay. For once in Nia's excitable life, she finally does not take a compel and pays a fate point, so she could stay to see you two perform an entire musical in a lab coat.
Okay.
Yes,
Then
a calculus-based musical.
you managed to stay and get proper, real, actual education and tutoring for once in your entire life.
I assume that the others probably show up at some point too, and you two just cannot stop. He has to. If he stops for a second, she's gone.
Oh no!
It's like one of those you have to do the ritual for an hour or it break. Like he knows the spell is only as powerful if he keeps it going.
It's only hypnotic as long as you don't stop.
Yeah.
If you stop in the middle of a musical number, like, you know, that's really confusing for the audience.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, he's still just giving it his all.
You've saved Nia this day.
You have. The result is that, Nia, you do, in fact, manage to focus and stay on task through, even though the rumors of the Shadow Council are just insane.
What has she heard?
Everything, left and right. There's all sorts of different things flying through your head at any given moment about who they are, what they want, their superpowers, everything.
Oh, they have superpowers, you two.
I would say, like in the middle of like the lesson or song or whatever, like he's probably writing something, and she says that, and all of a sudden there's just this soft little. Is she wearing her spacesuit or is she wearing like a school uniform? Because I've assumed we're all in the same school uniform, but there's differences to obviously highlight we're main characters.
Oh, I don't know what is this? Is there a school uniform in this school?
Yeah.
We're prestigious.
A prestigious
higher
academy
level,
like this, yeah, of course.
Okay, she is not wearing. She is wearing a uniform. It does have a space helmet.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, you hear a very soft thud hit the dome of your visor, and you see like the cap from like the dry erase marker has been thrown at you. And you didn't see it happen in the midst of like the writing and like the song work of like how to understand the differential between two numbers and
Yeah, you're okay. So you have it all under control, which is good. The rest of you who came there to study, of course, pick up some of the things that Professor YouTube is saying, but it's a lot. It's a lot to really wrap your heads around as high school students. Even Simone, you're a smart student, but this is if half of what he's saying is true, he is right. This is not a high school class. This is a death sentence.
Wait, is
What about Palazzo?
Palazzo gone? Do we have to save Palazzo?
Oh no, Palazzo's not gone.
Oh,
Yeah, he just doesn't have to study anymore.
He doesn't have to study ever again.
Okay.
Yeah, he's protected by the Shadow Council, which we're not talking about.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good. In that case, the next day at school, after all of your studying, you arrive at your math class to find, let's see. The teacher is completely different. It's a guy wearing sunglasses with a headband and golden headphones on. He is smoking a cigarette. When he sees you walk into the room, he quickly puts it out into a world's best teacher coffee mug. Hey! Hey, guys. Hey, so I'm the sub. Apparently, the old teacher was, reassigned for exploding people into confetti, which
Oh
is...
yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely happened. She exploded someone for saying they would be sick.
Wow, that is harsh. Huh. Well, you don't gotta worry about that. And there was some kind of bullshit test, but I couldn't understand any of the math, so don't worry about that. It's canceled.
I would say you two
Woohoo!
came to school in like the lab coat and glasses again, and went, "I'm sorry, what?" And then immediately you see Turn Down for What's arms grab both like the glasses and coat, rip them off into the ether, and Yuju just goes, "Oh, thank God."
Aww.
Yeah, one of you tell me what's wrong with the one kid though? Because he points at Palazzo, who is just quietly sitting over there with a menacing aura about him.
Okay.
Well,
Palazzo?
he was looking forward to the test, I think. But I'm sure he'll be fine.
I hate baseball.
Oh no.
Palazzo, what did they do to you? Why do you hate baseball?
He pulls a full-size baseball bat. He opens his desk, pulls a full-size baseball bat out from it, and then just snaps it in half and throws the pieces at the wall.
Alright, that's really out of character. I've decided.
The Shadow Council did this!
What? How?
All hail
Yeah.
the Shadow Council.
See?
Oh.
Yeah, you can't just yell that out loud.
I will find them and I will expose them to the light!
I mean, this is pretty depraved.
I can agree, but we should keep it a little bit quiet, maybe. We don't want another period ruined by Kev, do we?
Teacher, can I be exposed to go hunt down a Shadow Council of evil?
Yeah, whatever. He just kind of like leans back in his chair.
Ooh, you're the best!
Do you need a
Better
bathroom
teacher.
pass for that,
Oh,
or?
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
he
we
hands
could all
you-
get one.
Yeah, whatever. He opens his desk and grabs a handful of them and just puts them forward. Just take one as you need it. I don't know. I don't
No
even
one
know
else
any
is.
math.
I'm swiping the pad.
Yeah. Someone is sleeping.
He's
As
he's
well.
just flipping through a magazine. Hey, did you guys know that the tallest mountain in the world is really tall?
Well, damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's
Right?
flipping through the magazine. All right, you guys have fun. I'm just gonna be over here.
I wonder what the tallest mountain in the universe is.
Oh, that's the.
We don't have-
I'm sorry. Do you know it?
Oh no, wait. Do you?
Yeah, it's the Floresian Peak on ZX29.
Have you been there?
Right off the.
CX?
Yeah, it's right off the arm of the Fandivar Nebula, like the real far one. It hasn't been discovered yet. He just kind of sniffs and flips through the magazine. Oh shit! It's the Peanuts. I thought they stopped printing that.
Okay. I'm starting to get this guy.
I think he's a little out of it.
Thanks, Teach.
Nah, he's just thinking on a different level, so of course he wouldn't care if we snuck out.
Oh wait, he closes the magazine for a second. Yeah, I was supposed to tell you guys. Like, wait, what? Oh, yeah, that's right. He slumps forward and falls face first onto the desk,
Oh
just dead immediately.
Uh,
I think you two would go over and like, put a hand on his back and like, hey, are you okay?
You two, when you take your hand away, it's covered in red.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
no!
He sees the red and looks at his other hand that's now red too, and looks at Nia and just goes, Nia, what did you do?
I didn't do
Nia,
anything.
what did you do? Fix this.
This wasn't me this time.
Nia, get us out of here, get us out of here. And he just starts like panicking. And he's probably like using the notepad with like the bathroom like slips to like try and rub it off.
Here, let's just use these passes and I don't know, get going.
We can't like. Should I do CPR?
Is the teacher still there?
Yeah, he's still there, but the door opens, and someone walks in and just shoves him out of his seat, and then jumps up into it.
What?
All right, here we go. He jumps off of the seat, puts down a few math books, and then sits down so he's a proper height. There we go. All right, I'm your substitute teacher. You can call me Block Baby or Mr. Baby. As you can see, I've lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Baby.
It looks good?
Yeah, I think so too. Hey, what happened to this guy? He kind of like throws a ruler at the body of 5 on it. One of you guys kill him or something?
No. I don't.
Cool. Don't worry about it then. Let's see, today's lesson. He starts going through the lesson plan. And then he looks up at you. Are those bathroom passes?
Yes.
Oh, you better
Yeah,
go before
we
your
gotta go.
bladders explode.
You're right. Come on, guys.
Is Jodeci and the rest of them here?
Yeah, Jodeci's there. He's just like watching this unfold, lean back, like with a smirk on his face.
I give him like a clap.
Kelly is there. She has been face deep into a pile of papers, and then she walks over to Block Baby's desk and puts down, all right, here it is, my last will and testament, as I will be expiring. I wasn't paying attention to anything that happened. So, wait, she looks around. Where's the lady in the dress, and why are you so short and fat?
Oh no!
I'm not touching that.
As she says that, the teacher, of course, just pauses and puts his head down and just kind of looks down at his hands.
Oh.
I've been struggling.
Oh no!
I don't snack past 10 p.m. I don't have dessert anymore. Not in a traditional sense, just cut up fruit. And yet, it's still the first thing that they say about me when they see me. There's no hope. Maybe there never was. Yeah, the math adds up. And I'm a big fat 0. Goose egg. He folds himself into a ball and just rolls out of the seat.
No!
rolls out the door, sadly, the heaviest weight of depression upon him.
Ooh, that's awkward.
Kelly looks back up from the paper. Sorry, what was that? Oh, he left. So in the event that we don't have a teacher, the policy is that class will be dismissed, and it's a free period.
Oh, perfect. Then we don't really need these, but I'm still gonna need. You two would put him in like his jacket pocket. All right, and he grabs his like bag.
I literally pick up Plazo, put him under one arm, try to grab Jodeci's hand when he isn't looking, and try to run out of the room.
Oh, Jodeci's not even there.
Oh no!
Like by the time that she said that there's like no class, he disappeared. I mean, it's likely that you didn't even see him that day in that case.
I probably tried to, he probably realized I was gonna do that and ran away.
He doesn't want to be roped into anything, and if he doesn't have to have been there,
He will be involved in his own shenanigans only.
No!
So you take Palazzo, and what is it that you're gonna, now that you guys have a free period, what is it that you're gonna do?
That's Shadow Council time.
Okay. Well, Simone saw generally where the Shadow Council, well, one of the little doors was to the Shadow Council. You could lead them there if you wanted, Simone.
Yeah, she will lead them there. Down the dark hallway.
Very, very dark, very menacing hallway. I have a hallway. I think I have a hallway. As you do that, the closer that you get, the greater the intensity of fear is. Something is extremely foreboding about this hallway. Whatever's at the end of it, it looks like it looks like maybe there's a stairwell that goes down. But past that, you really don't know. None of you have like been down that way before or really have any clue. There is a door at the end, though. You can open it if you'd like, or you can leave it shut.
I would say you two goes, Nia, do we need to do some like detective work, or is this like gonna be a fight situation?
Nia is her knees are rattling, but she looks down at Palazzo and says, I don't know, but we have to go because we have to fix our friend."
Okay. And then U2 is now dressed as Ryutu, like the full gi and everything, and like takes like a neutral fighting game, like a character's neutral in a fighting game.
All right. And you just make your way. Can I get this to twist? I wonder. Ooh, it does.
You can't.
Ooh,
Oh no.
Nice.
good to know.
There is something dark and sinister at the end of this hall. Eventually, yeah, you get to the door. I assume you go to open it. Who's
Yes.
gonna try to open it?
I guess Nia will.
I was gonna say you two will, nobody else will.
Okay.
Everyone knows the best neutral is a forward advance as he throws the door open.
What?
Okay. Behind the door is pitch black darkness. It is impenetrable. No standability or altered vision could see or penetrate through it. It is completely pitch black. Maybe the darkest black possible, like the void almost.
Hello.
I don't like the looks of that.
You hear very fast footsteps approaching when you say hello. And if you wait there long enough, a face emerges from the darkness. Hello.
Oh, hello.
What do you want?
Our friend came back really sad. What did you do to him?
Who can say?
Oh, my name's Nia Nova, by the way.
I know who you are.
And what's your name?
You don't need to know that.
I don't?
No.
Should I give you a nickname?
No. To be honest,
Mm.
it really isn't necessary. We really won't be knowing each other for too long. We're going to get rid of the council and then the school. There won't be a school. There won't be a council. There won't be anything.
But I like the school.
No, you do.
Yes, I do.
Well, enjoy it while you can, all of you. Farewell then. Ta-ta. We have work to do. The Shadow Council is very busy. Farewell.
You need some lessons.
He kind of like looks a little perturbed when you say that. Well, that's not very nice.
You need some lessons in friendship.
His face really scrunches up then. I knew there was a reason I hated you.
Me? But you haven't even met me.
He just kind of, you hear him snicker, and then he starts to close the door with an almost irresistible force.
Oh, so it's probably a bad idea to put my foot in the door.
You can if you want.
Oh, okay, yes. One rollerblade in the door.
Gets cut right off.
Oh no!
Just the rollerblade, though? Not the whole foot?
Just the wheels.
Well,
Yeah.
I imagined it was probably the toes.
All right, you lose some toes as the door slammed shut.
Yeah.
Quickly.
What?
I am screaming on the floor. It's a bleeding
Oh
foot.
no.
Simone is probably trying to apply first aid.
Yeah, I feel like U2 is now in a similar scientist coat, but he's now got a doctor's like the little like stethoscope and like the little thing that goes on their heads. You know, like,
Stop being cute. I'm in pain.
and he's also working with Simone to stop her foot from bleeding out.
It's not too hard. You find actually that it's, even though she did lose toes, it's almost like cartoonish flesh beneath with very two rounded bones. Everything's like so simple that you just, if you wanted, you could even tape the toes back on with actual tape. And
I was gonna say, yeah, if he can reapply them, then yeah, there's probably like he probably goes, Dr. Simone, now I need the tape. And he's like sweating for no reason now.
And then she probably just pulls some tape out. It's probably
As
some
soon as
like
that happens, he will
duct tape.
like he'll pull a piece that's way too big off and like bite it off with like his teeth, and then like just like wrap them round and round and round, and like that's it. He just and then he just like looks at her like foot and looks at her. How does it feel?
Marisol's rubbing her eyes, by the way.
I was they do her toes like wiggle? Do they work now?
oh yeah, they work.
Oh yeah, as soon as they work, he like takes off the little like headpiece thing and like wipes the sweat off, and he goes, "Another successful surgery completed. Thank you, Dr. Simone."
You're welcome.
And then and then like the clothes disappear again, and Yuji just goes, "The hell was that?
I wiggle my toes and say, "Hey, you even put the pedicure back on."
Who the hell was that guy?"
Was that tape?
Yes, it was tape. I mean, do you see sewing thread anywhere around here?
I assume one of my rollerblades is now busted, though. At least I have a foot.
Yeah, you have a foot, but yeah, your rollerblade. You're gonna need some new ones.
I peel off of them so I don't walk, disproportionately.
Of course.
Who was
Someone really evil, actually.
And rude, for that matter.
Well,
We
yeah, but I mean, like, we know everybody that goes to the school here. Even like I thought, but I mean, I guess we don't.
You hear
now.
stomping around a corner.
Oh? Uh-oh. Is it familiar stomping?
Oh crap, we
It
gotta hide,
is.
guys. I know who it is.
In fact, it is Kev Kavan.
Is there a door that we can open?
Yeah,
that
there are
isn't-
hiding spaces in those little doorways. You could press your bodies into them to hide, unless Nia's planning to say hi, Kev.
No, like as she goes to say that, you two would probably cover her mouth and like try and slam her in the locker. Just like, no, we're not doing this.
Kev, once he wheels into the hallway, looks around. But I heard someone here. No one's allowed near this hallway, even with a hall pass. If I found anyone here, I'd have to kill him permanently. Maybe I should walk down the hallway to see if anyone's hiding.
Ah, shit.
His phone begins to ring. He answers it. What? Sloppy Joe's. Yeah? Yeah, I'll be there. He closes his phone. Damn, can't pass that up. All right, looks good. He just turns around and walks away, still stomping. Sloppy Joe's. I'd give up all my toes for Sloppy Joe's. And he disappears around one of the corners.
What a weirdo.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to deal with him.
lost
I mean,
my
I guess we
toes. Does
technically
that
have hall
mean I get
passes.
Sloppy Joe's?
Yeah, but you heard him. Well, apparently the hall passes wouldn't save us this time.
Whatever, we gotta fight that guy someday.
Thanks for saving me, you two.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
no problem.
Wait, is my mouth still covered? Cause
Yeah, yeah, I'd say he probably moves it away like as you start talking again.
Okay. Do you guys exit the hallway then?
the evil hall. Yeah, I guess
The
so.
very evil, dark hallway full of nastiness.
Kev comes running around the corner again.
Oh.
Fooled you, idiots.
Son of a
Face my justice.
Kev, come on, man. We have bathroom passes.
I don't care, nerd. You're going down.
But they made Palazzo sad.
Yes, they turned Palazzo into hating baseball.
Kev, we got a bomb threat.
What? Hold on, turn that off. Bomb threat?
A guy just, like, said something about how he's gonna take out the whole school.
Yeah, this is why we don't let anyone into this hallway. You idiots. You've meddled with forces you shouldn't meddle with. Why is that so familiar?
We do that all the time.
Yeah, but it's kind of our shtick.
Yeah, it's part of my blog.
Fine, I'll tell you what. I'll go check. Is it through that door?
Yeah.
But there's just darkness out there.
Don't go in there, though.
Bullshit!
Yeah,
I'll kick its ass.
Kev, I don't think you'll be able to kick its ass. I mean, the
Kev,
door.
it's darkness.
He was pretty
Plus-
scary.
Plus, when he closed the door and Nia stuck her foot in, he took the toes right off.
Got better.
This is stupid. I don't take orders from you. Just evacuate the hallway. I'll take care of it.
I hold up Palazzo to him and I say, "But look what it did to Palazzo."
Oh, please. He grabs Palazzo, turns him around, punches one of the panels to open it up, and just presses down a button, which causes Palazzo's face to scramble. Eventually, Palazzo makes a ding sound, ding, and he just gets reset.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Guys are such. It doesn't matter. Just get out of here. I'll take care of it. Student council is always on the front line to ensure students are safe, even from bomb threats by weirdos and doors that shouldn't be open.
Oh, he's gonna die, isn't he?
Maybe we should help him?
I don't want your help, and if you stay here, I'll kick your ass. Just, it'll be fine. He pushes past you and opens up the door. And it is darkness. Wow, sure is scary. Sure, something bad's gonna happen. Hello? He
Yeah, but that's
shouts
what they
down the
say in like
doorway.
horror movies before something bad happens.
And
Nobody
that's why they don't.
watches those.
We
Kind
do.
of do. Yes. I mean, it's literally don't split up the party or anything. Don't split it up. Or you get dead.
It's just so stupid. He just walks into the darkness.
No, why would he go inside?
Should. What do you do?
But we obviously gotta go rescue him.
Ah, God.
I mean, I hate
Okay,
to
but-
say this. Do we tell Jeff?
Yeah, we gotta tell Jeff.
Palazzo, I've got a really important mission for you. Like, really, really important.
Yeah. He
Wait.
kind of just starts playing with his own hook hands, his little grabby clamp hands.
I write him a little note for Jeff about where Kev went. And then I hand it to him. You gotta take this to the student council.
He grabs it. Okay, will do.
Okay, you gotta be safe and you gotta go fast.
I can run
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
He takes the note and then it starts. You can hear his little motor ball that he uses to move around starting to run. Do you let him go? Because he's just doing that in the air right now.
Oh yes, I'll put him up. Okay,
Yeah.
buddy. Go!
He speeds into a wall and falls over,
Oh,
Uh,
no.
and then gets back up and starts speeding away down the hallway. Vroom!
I
Okay.
don't trust that.
As he goes around another corner, you can hear a trash can fall over.
I'm sure it's fine.
He'll make it eventually. Are we ready?
No. But, when are we ever, really?
Okay, everybody hold hands.
I knew you'd say that.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go into the door
Yes.
through the darkness.
We are brave adventurers.
Alrighty. You go deep into the darkness. You find that eventually your footsteps stop echoing. You find that it is indeed pitch black. You cannot see anything, you cannot feel anything. There is nothing there.
Kev? Oh no!
Another bright and sunny day at Capital City High, a school for the most elite of the elite. Those that have passed the FATE exams will be guaranteed a spot on a business corporation of some kind or political government thing or something like that. You are among the elite of the elite,
Yes.
and there's nothing you can do about it.
I'm very suspicious about the narrator now.
As you are standing and waiting for people to go into school, you notice that many of them are wearing black armbands.
Boy, that's weird. Did they
And they're-
change our uniforms?
What do those mean? Do you think that's related to the Shadow Council?
A limo pulls up finally. As people are getting, most people take a school bus, of course, but not the elite council, the student council. They look quite sad, dour. I don't know what we're gonna do. Jeff kind of just folds his arms and looks away. All right, well, fundraiser, I guess. You two said something about ginger cookies. We can probably use them for the memorial. And they all start walking together towards the school's entrance, where once they push the door open, you can see a black and white poster of Kev Kavan with a birth year and some current year of smudged out numbers. That's text on the bottom says, "We'll miss you." Kev Kavan, it seems, is no longer with us. And that is where we will end.
Amazing.
We did it.
You did.
Because we learned nobody's perfect.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh man. Sorry, Kev. I like how we had to go backwards in time though, because I guess we're sort of out of time.
Time holds no meaning to us.
Yeah.
We make our own time.
Yeah. Also, aw, shit.
Well, don't think of it as being you're the reason. Think of it more like a story is something that you're telling to yourself in your head about what might have happened or what did happen. And the way it's interpreted could be through your perspective. So it's not necessarily that it's out of continuity.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like this is how Nia is processing everything
Oh, yeah,
through the high school.
As you go insane.
As I
Yeah.
go insane, it's
As we
fine.
go insane, yeah.
For some reason, I'm in all darkness, so I've made
Yeah.
my own high school for my friends. So we're, you know.
So we could all be high school friends forever.
Yeah.
And then
so
one of your friends disappeared.
into the darkness.
And it's okay, because
He
we'll
didn't
get
come,
them back. But even though we don't know where they are.
didn't come back. We tried to go out into the darkness. He wasn't there. We found a school again.
Can't wait for the beach episode.
Oh yeah, beach episode.
Oh yeah, that'll be next week.
Oh no, Leroy sitting on the beach and smacking.
Nope. It won't be Leroy.
Oh no.
Can't wait to be like,
A
oh
beach
guys.
scene? Oh no, it's gonna be a beach scene.
I was gonna say no, the beach episode is like, hey guys, I found these like clam shells and I got wrapped up in some seaweed. You guys want any of this? Because we just all stumble upon the fish that are just so familiar in a weird way.
We'll be lucky if Oisty the oyster is not there at the beach episode.
Oh,
It's just an
gross.
oyster that already has googly eyes attached to it.
Yes,
Who left this at the beach? That's mean.
it's a sea person, and it's like a normal.
No. You guys, I guess you guys would know. Moisty is your school mascot.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Yeah, we're the oysters.
Yeah.
There were the oysterettes.
Yeah, the oysterettes are the
Yeah.
cheerleaders. The
course.
Moisty is the
Yeah.
mascot.
Of course.
Thus ends the first episode of Capital City High. One deranged woman's hallucination.
I loved it. I loved my
Perfect.
own hallucination. Let's do this.